Hello everyone, welcome to Venture Forward, a video series about overland travel, 4x4 adventure and exploration, and bad sandwiches. In this episode, I just set off in our van, Winnebago Revel Class B RV, to pick up my 1991 Land Rover Defender high cap, which I abandoned at a friend's house in April of 2022 because of a family emergency. We had to travel east very suddenly, so I had to park it. But now Shannon and I have a new home with a vacant garage that just needs a beat-up old truck in it. Today was vehicle prep day. The van hadn't been utilized since before the holidays, and it's now January 2023. I needed to clean it up, and I wanted to transfer a lot of my gear from Orangey, my Jeep, into the van for this adventure up into Utah. By the time I left home, it was 4 p.m. and I was targeting around noon, so I blew that deadline out of the water. I didn't want to just spend the night somewhere right off pavement and close to home. I wanted to find a new campsite that I had never been to before, and sure enough, I managed to find this great spot in the desert just before I lost all daylight, so that was a win. I had a quiet and comfortable evening. This is a nice campsite. It is along a primitive track, but it's right off of a groomed dirt road, so you can get here in almost any vehicle. There's spotty cell service and a stone fire ring. It's very clean and surrounded by saguaros. Nice place to spend the night. Coffee is made, and currently I'm in southern Arizona, and right now I'm going to keep working my way up toward Utah. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to explore backcountry routes as often as possible. So this journey to get my truck back is going to be an extended trip. It's going to span multiple episodes and will probably take a few weeks in real time. Now I'm going to air down the van and keep making my way through the desert. right, 30 psi in the back and about 25, a little over 25 in the front. I don't have a particular pressure that I like to go down to in the van, but I think this ought to be pretty good. You might be asking, Chris, what do you mean air down? Do I really need to air down? And usually no, especially if you're on light truck tires. Your van, truck, or SUV is just fine at street PSI. Airing down your tires to about 1/3 of their street pressure greatly improves comfort. It increases puncture resistance. It enlarges the contact patch beneath every tire for more traction. But honestly, more often than not, when I air down, I'm doing so mostly for comfort. It makes a huge difference when driving over rocky, rough terrain. The van feels a lot softer, a lot mushier right now, like I'm driving on top of a cloud. And that comfort goes a long way to reduce driver fatigue. It's a Taco Bell and a Long John Silver's. Pit stop. That ended up being a really long and interesting overland route. It was well within the van's capability, but The Revel is going to need a wax after that. A lot of branches right down the side. It was very beautiful and secluded back there with plenty of opportunities to pull over and pop the camper if you want to make it a multi-day excursion. After I'm finished with this marvelous feast, I'm going to head west on the highway a little bit and then pull off into the BLM and find a place to camp for the night. Yeah. This is the sandwich that I tried to make in the last episode, and this time it came out perfect. Perfect. I need to start putting thought into how exactly I'm getting up to Utah. I know it's hard to see the state outlines, but we're looking at Arizona on GAIA GPS with the public land layer up, and that's what these different colors represent. Light yellow is BLM land, green is national forest, up here you have brown, which is national park, and purple, which is state land. While the van does have a good diesel heater, my goal is to avoid cold, snow, and treacherous conditions as much as possible. So I'm going to stay well west of Flagstaff and stick to the western edge of Arizona heading north. It's mostly BLM land and it's fairly comfortable. Then probably pass through Vegas and then turn northeast up towards St. George. Alright, I'm all aired up, and right now I'm going to hit the highway and try to cover some ground. I want to find a safe and comfortable campsite somewhere in the desert, a little bit further north. A good spot that I can use as a base camp and spend a couple of days editing this video. So that's my goal for right now. Find a practical base camp. Here we go. I don't quite know where I'm going to park the van yet, but this is the section of desert that I was looking for. I didn't expect it to be this, this nice, but this is beautiful. I am perfectly fine spending a few nights here. Just off an old BLM road. Looks very lightly traveled. I'm running speed test on AT&T, and I've got 40 down and about 1 up. 40 down is great. 1 up. Can barely make that work, but I'll try. I covered some ground over the past few days. Well, I guess I really didn't cover that much ground. I could have been to Utah by now, but it's nice to take one's time and explore off the beaten path on your way to wherever you're going. Right, so I'm all settled in. The next couple days at this spot will be mostly computer time. I have my workstation all set up to edit this video that you're watching now, and as soon as this is published, I'll close my laptop and continue working my way north. I'm gonna call that a wrap, but if you're interested in retracing my steps, my detailed GPS data, including all waypoints, points of interest, and track logs are available to Patreon subscribers. Thanks for watching Venture Forward, and I'll see you next week.